Good morning everyone. Now let us see chapter 6, control structures. In any programming language, statements will be there. Statements are like sentences in a program. So like characters can be compared to the alphabets of a programming language, and then tokens can be compared to the words of any language, any normal language. Like that, in any language, sentences will be there. They will end with either full stop or question mark or something. Those sentences can be compared to the statements in any programming language, either C, C++ or Python, anything. Each like sentence, each line can be called as a statement. In the previous language, programming languages, we had a semicolon to end a statement. But here we don't have any such thing. So each line can be taken as a statement. So these statements can be of different types. First one is linear. Linear means first statement will be executed, next second statement, like that. They'll go in a linear order, first to second, second to third, like that. Next one is alternative or branching. Here you have a choice between two options, either this or that. For example, if your mother is very strict in real life situation, you can watch TV only if you complete something, your homework or something. So if you have to watch a movie, then you have to finish that homework. So either you can watch TV or you can do your homework at that time. So like that you have an alternative, an option between these statements. That is called as alternative or branching statements. You can do either one, this or that at that time. Next one is iteration or looping. This will be executed repeatedly. All the statements given within this iterative or looping structure will be executed again and again repeatedly. So in real life situation, you go to a park for walking, you go many rounds, first round, complete first round in park, and then second round, third round, again and again, you go in rounds for walking. So these type of things which you do repeatedly again and again are called iterative or looping statements. So how do we change the execution? For that we have a specific expression called control structure or control statement. For example, if A greater than 20 or if A less than 20, like that, if you have something, that expression will decide whether next statement is going to be executed or not. Those type of statements are called as control structures or control statements. So these changes the execution, that is the flow of the program. They cause jump from one statement to some other statement, so that the execution will not be in a linear way. That is called as control structure. So now in this lesson we are going to see about the control structures, which is going to be different from a linear structure. Linear means either first statement will be executed, then second, then third, like that. It will go line by line, the execution will be there. But in control structures, it will not be like that. There will be definitely some jump based on the control structure. That is, as I told you, the expression, if A greater than 20, that is an control structure or control statement. Based on some expression, the execution will alter. So now we are going to see about those things in our lesson. So first, sequential statement. Sequential is linear, as I told you. First statement and then second statement, like that. Execution will be in a straight order, straight line. Next to next, no jump, nothing. So here we can see a small example. Before that, in previous line, the word code is given. Code means a small segment of program. Okay, a small segment, 2 lines, 2 statements, 3 statements, like that. That is called as code, coding. That's why we call programming as coding. So in this program 6.1, example 6.1, you can see hashtag in the first line. That is not a statement actually. So this is a comment. This is a comment. So it begins with hashtag. Next the statement print hello. This is Sham. So the statement will print the message, this is Sham. Next print 43, second lane, North Car Street, TN will print the address of Sham. So here the execution is linear from first to second line. So outputs will be printed, no control structures, nothing. Just even if you have 10 lines also, they will be executed, or first, second, third, fourth, like that. The flow of the program will be in a linear order. So that is called as sequential statement, one after the another without any jump. Next we are going to see alternative or branching statement. So here a decision will be made, but after the decision you can do only one thing, only once, but only any one. So here for alternative or branching statement we have a simple if statement. Simple if means normal if, we used in C and C++, no? That is called as simple if statement. Next we have if else. So this is also a common thing we used in the previous programming languages. So if, then if else, that is simple if and then if else statement. Next we have if elif. Okay, this is somewhat similar to if else, but extra elif statements will be there. So next one is if elif. We don't have switch case in Python, that's not there. So we have three types of alternative or branching statements. First one is simple if statement. Simple if statement means just a condition will be given. If the condition is true, something will be done. If the condition is not false, nothing will be done. That's all. So if it is there, if you give money, if you have money, if you give money, you will get a chocolate. Otherwise, nothing. So like that, here you have a syntax. Syntax means you will be knowing it's a general rule, general thing. So if condition. So after if, some condition must come. This angular bracket is there. In the real program, you will not write, you will not use this angular bracket. You will use it only in a control structure. That is if A greater than 20, like that only you will use. But this is just syntax. So they are given within this angular bracket. So if condition. So in each program, this part will be substituted with some condition. Any condition will be given here. So if condition. Next, you must note the colon here. Here in if, for, while, all these control structures, it must be ended with colon. Normal statements need not, will not have any semicolon or anything, but these control structures will have this colon at the end. So if some condition and then colon at the end. Next statement will be the output or execution statement, like what has to be done, a equal to a plus 5 and then print a. So all those type of statements will be given next to that. And here you must note the indentation. So that if statement is in a particular indentation, and next statement begins after some spaces, after tab. Okay, so like that only you must give. Even if both the statements begin at the same point, then it will throw an error. They must not begin like that at all. So like this, we don't have open brace or closed brace or nothing in Python. So we must use indentation. Outer block must be at all the outer blocks must begin at a particular point, and all the second variety of block must begin at another point, and then third type, that is inner blocks. All the third type of inner blocks must begin with at another point. Like that only it must go. So be careful with the indentation. So while running the program, if you have any error, you must check the indentation also. So in this example 6.2, you have a program to check the age and print whether that person is eligible for voting or not. So here x equal to, you have first an input function. This input function will do two things. First thing is, it will display a message, that is enter your age. This message will be displayed on the screen. Then you are going to type your age. That age, as I told you, every input will be taken as a string in Python. If you give a equal to 10, the 10 will be taken as a numerical value. But if you get something during runtime using a input program, then it will be taken as a string by default. So you have to convert it using the int. Using int, that is explicit conversion. Explicit means user. We must convert it. The compiler will not convert anything. So explicitly we must convert the numerical value into a number using this int. So input within a bracket and within double quotes the statement which has to be displayed on the screen, and then that this whole thing will be prefixed with int so that it will be converted into a integer number. Then that value will be assigned to x. So for example, if you are given your age as 18, then if x greater than or equal to 18, so it can be 18 or it can be more than 18, then the message you are eligible for voting will be displayed. So note the colon at the end of 18 here. After 18 you have colon. You don't have any bracket. You don't have any bracket here, but you have just you can give it without any brackets. So you have two outputs. First output is enter your age. That age is enter your age. Here they have given 34. Okay, 34. So the message you are eligible for voting is displayed. So again you run the program. This time you give your age as 16. So the message, what will be the message? Nothing will be there because you haven't given anything if the condition is false. What has to be done if the condition is false? So that is not given there. Okay. So if your mother tells you, oh, go and buy some product, some particular product, she tells you, you go there, it's not there. So now you don't know what should be done if it is not there. That is not given. So that is the case here. If it is there, then it will be done. Okay, if the condition is true, then it will be executed. That is with if, normal if, that is simple if. Next we are going to see if else. So if else means if the condition is true, this will be done. If the condition is false, then something else will be done. Both will be given. So the compiler will decide, the interpreter will decide what has to be done. So here also if condition. So this is just a sample, just a like format. It's just a format. So within the angular bracket condition is given. So just you have to give the condition here, but you must not use angular bracket and all. Just say if then condition. If a greater than 10 or something. If then condition then colon. And then all the statements which are to be executed if the condition is true. Then else. Here you must take the colon at the end of else true. After if, after else, after for, whatever type of conditional statement you use, it has to be attached with the colon at the end. Then for else part you have few statements. That is, if the condition is true, then statements block 1 will be executed. If the condition is false, then statements block 2 will be executed. So these type of things, these type of figures are called as flow chart. By seeing this, you can clearly understand the program. So each shape has a particular meaning. The first entry and exit are there, and then you have diamond shape, and then in diamond shape you will give some condition. What are the condition? A greater than 20 or something, or age greater than 18. That condition will be given here. And then statement block 1. Statement block 1 will be like you are eligible to vote. That is if the condition is true. Then statement block 2 will be like you are not eligible to vote. That is if the condition is false, then that part will be executed. Here you can note that either one part will be executed, not both. Either this part if the condition is true, or second part if the condition is false. But only once, not repeatedly. Okay, you must check that. And Okay. Now you have the program. So once again same thing, just else part is attached here, it's added here. So, okay, not the same program, but some other program is given here, but you have to practice that program, the previous program. So you type that and then see the output. Last class I told you about PyDroid 3 software app, that is app that you can use in your mobile. So definitely you have to download that, install that, and you have to practice all the program, at least one program for each topic. Within 2 days, if you didn't practice, then you will forget everything. You will not have anything in your mind. So definitely within 2 days you have to practice. And also while practicing a program, you must not see and just type. See the program clearly, understand that, and then without seeing, practice that program. Definitely you may have some error, then you check, you refer the book. So now you can find out what was your error, what was your mistake, then you can correct it. So if you do that, it will not forget, you will not forget anything for throughout your lifetime, you will not forget. But if you don't practice and learn, then you will forget everything. Just for exam sake only you will have it in mind. After that you can't practice anything, you can't have anything in your mind. So definitely practice it. Once if you practice, if you have practiced C programming well, C++ well, then this Python is going to be very easy for you. Okay, so like that, once if you practice, you can learn any number of languages easily. So don't forget to practice. Okay, so here as usual we get a number from the user using input function, and then we convert it into an integer number using this int, that is explicit conversion. Using that we convert it into int. Then we assign that value to a. Then we have this if a mod 2 equal to 0. This mod is an arithmetic operator. This will return the quotient. This will return the remainder. That slash, that bar, that bar operator will return the quotient. So here this modulus operator will give you remainder. So here if your number is 10, for example 10 mod 2 equal to 0. So if it is going to be an even number, then 10 mod 2, the remainder is going to be 0. Then we can understand that it is an even number. If you are taking 9, then 9 mod 2, so it's 1 will be the remainder. So you can understand that it's an odd number. Okay, so that's why we have taken this condition. Always to check if the number is even or odd, you will use this modulus operator. If a mod 2 equal to 0, then print a is an even number. Else print a is an odd number. So this also you will know already. A is given without double quotes, so value of a will be displayed. So here value of a is the number you have given. Okay, any number. For example, in the first try they have used 56. So 56 will be the value of a, that will be displayed, and then comma, and then second part is given within double quotes. So is an even number will be displayed as it is. So whatever you give within double quotes will be displayed as it is, and whatever you give without double quotes, its value will be displayed. So next one is else. Else also is attached with an, it's suffixed with colon. So colon, and don't forget to note the indentation. So if and else have same indentation, and this print a is even, print a is odd, these second type of blocks, second type of things, they have different indentation. So it's very, very important. So even one space is different. First print is somewhat as the fifth space, and say the next print is at the sixth space. That is also wrong. So even one space is also wrong. So you must be very careful with the indentation. So output will be first output, that is first try. In first try you give the number 56. So 56 is an even number is displayed, and in second try you use the number 67. So 67 is an odd number is displayed. So the same program can be tried with if also. So if means if you give 56, only even number will be printed. But if you give 67, then nothing will take place. Nothing will take place if you use only the if statement. Okay, if control structure. So this is if else. Actually this is very easy, but you must practice. If you didn't practice, then you can't learn anything actually, and you will forget everything. So don't never by heart programming language. Your practical knowledge is very essential, not your marks. So if you have got a very good marks but you don't know any programming, then it's just a waste. Okay, you see the syntax here. So variable equal to variable 1. Okay, so this is another method to rewrite the if else program. So by seeing this, you can understand, you can recall something. We saw this in last lesson. That is variable equal to variable 1. For example, x equal to a, then if condition, yes, a greater than 10, else variable 2, that is b. So in the middle part will have an expression like if a greater than 10, like that, some expression will be there, and to the left of it some variable will be there. So if the condition is true, then the left variable will be assigned to the variable at the left side of the equal to symbol, and if the expression is false, then variable at the right side of the expression will be assigned to the variable to the left side of the equal to symbol. So now you can recall it. This is the conditional statement, conditional operator. So like that also you can use if else. In single line you can use if else. That method. So we are going to see that method here. So here you get input like enter any number will be displayed on the screen. Then it is converted into int using your int explicit conversion. It is assigned to a. Then x, we have x here. We need not declare anything int x, nothing needed here. So x equal to, we see the expression in the center, in the middle part, that is a mod 2 equal to 0. That is the expression. Okay, if a mod 2 equal to 0, and then left side even. So even will be assigned to x. Okay, even is a string, it's a word. This value will be assigned to x. If the expression is false, then that is if the remainder is not 0, then value odd will be assigned to x. Next statement is print a. So value of a will be displayed. Then is as it is will be displayed x. That is a is the number you have got and is even. That is if you use the number 3, then 3 is odd. If the number is 22, then 22 is even. Like that you will have a message. Okay, so we have two trials here. Enter any number. First time you tried with 3, you got 3 is odd. Second time you got you gave 22 and you got the message 22 is even. Now let us see nested if elif statement. Actually it is given okay, nested if elif. So this is if elif statement. Okay, yes, elif else statement. So the syntax here is yes condition. So if will be there and the last part will be else. If will be there, else will be there, but remaining conditions will be elif. Yes, else if is shortened into elif here. If elif if condition, elif condition do this. Elif this condition do this. Elif this condition do this. So if no condition is satisfied, then do this. Okay, like that we have this if elif and else statement. We shortly call it as if elif. Okay, so here we see the flow chart. So before seeing the flow chart, let us see the program, what program they have used here. Okay, let's see the program here. That is if the mark scored is above 80, then grade will be A. Grade displayed. Grade will be displayed as grade A. If the mark is between 70 to 80, then the message displayed will be grade B. Like that, 60 to 70, C. 50 to 60, D. Otherwise, E. This is the program. So here we use input to display, enter mark in first subject, then it will be received and then explicitly converted and then assigned to M1. Next we have enter mark in second subject and then again we do explicit conversion and then we assign it to M2. Then we have average. Average is the third variable. In that we are going to store the average of these two numbers, that is M1 plus M2. So we add these two and then divide by 2. So we get the average. So you know already, to get the average of any number, you will add those numbers and then you will add those numbers and then divide by the number of how many numbers are there, you will divide it by that number. So if you have 5 values, then you will divide by 5. If you have 3 values, then you will divide by 3. So now you have average equal to 2, you have 2 values, so M1 plus M2 by 2. So you will get average value. Now average value will be stored in the variable average. Next line, if average is greater than or equal to 80, then print grade A. So this is the first display statement. If average is greater than or equal to 70 and average is less than 80. So we use this to check whether to display the message grade B. Okay, last class we saw comparative operator and then logical operator. This AND is a logical operator, no AND or not and all. So this is a logical operator used between two comparative expressions, that is average greater than or equal to 70 and average less than 80. Both are comparative expressions. That is the expression, the part in which a comparative operator is used is called as a comparative expression. So here grade B will be displayed. Then LF 60 to 70. So you use this condition again here. Then grade C will be displayed. Then LF average greater than or equal to 50 and average less than 60. So you have the message grade D. Then finally you have else. In else part, print grade E. So you have grade E here. Don't forget to note that you have colon at the end of all the expressions, all the if at the end of elif, at the end of else, everywhere you have colon, not semicolon, nothing. Even in else also you have colon. So now your output will be like this. So in first try you use the number 34 and 78 and your grade is D, and then in the second second output here, it's here like where is it? Okay, I don't see the second part. Okay, again you will run the program. So again you will get the same type of values and then some grade will be displayed. So each time if you give different types of numbers, you can get grades from A to E. Okay, like that you can get. Now we can see the flow chart. So it will be clear for you now. So first test expression of if. So first condition, what was that? First, if A greater than or equal to 80. So that was the first condition. No, here this condition. If average, okay, if average greater than or equal to 80. So that condition will be given in the first place here. If the condition is true, then in body of if, your grade will be A. So that message will be displayed. Then in false, if the condition is false, then next condition will be tested. So if that tested and if that is true, then this body of elif, the second part will be displayed. If that condition is also false, then next condition will be tested. Actually Here third condition is not given, just else part is given. That is body of else is given. So if only one else and then one else. It's a simple structure. So in our program we used many else, but in the flow chart they have used only one elif. So this is a condition. So whenever in practicals also they will give you something like this. So based on that you will have to write the programs. Okay. So elif is over. So far we saw simple if. Okay, that is first in alternative or branching statement we saw simple if, and then we saw if else, and then we saw if elif else. So now we